How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to New Mexico State Men's Basketball News. I'm Marshall, and today's video bringing you guys a very good one. First video in a while, it feels like that. We're talking about strictly an Aggie W. Obviously, they beat University of the Southwest, and then they lost to FIU later in the week. And I only had time to make one video, so I highlighted both games, both the win and the loss. Obviously, we beat Sam Houston the first game of conference, so that was the last video. It's already been like 3 weeks since that game, which is crazy to think, almost. Talked about the loss against Missouri State on the road. We scored a lot of points, gave up a lot of points as well. Defense wasn't great. The Aggies were back home where they're perfect, 7-0. Got a big win last night against Western Kentucky. Started the game up 13-0 within no time. Then it was 21-2. Western Kentucky got within 21-9. Aggies built it to 41-13, and then Western Kentucky got within 9. It was 52-43. Aggies got it back up to 20, 70-50. Ended up winning the game 80-64. Hooten was talking about in the post-game conference how he was happy that the Aggies were able to prevail. Obviously had the 28-point lead early, like in most games. And I think Hooten even said in the press conference, or not even the press conference, just the conference throughout the week, timeout, whenever teams get up by that much, there's always a letdown, right? Teams are always going to make runs. You just can't let them go on too big of runs. Obviously, Western Kentucky outscored the Aggies by 19 at one point to get back within 9 after being down by 28. Then the Aggies went to outscore them by 11, then ended up winning by 16. Double-digit point win. They were by 18. Then Western Kentucky had a tip at the end to make it 16. I swear, at the end of the games, even if we win or lose, I feel like every team we play against always gets those last points. But, when it's a win like that, it doesn't really matter. A win's a win at the end of the day. Have a big game against Middle Tennessee tomorrow. They played against UTEP and actually lost. UTEP got their first conference win against Middle Tennessee. That goes to show you how crazy tight this conference is, because Middle Tennessee, in my opinion, is better than UTEP. Middle Tennessee's a really good team. And UTEP, they're not bad either. They had that first conference win, that first big win for them. So congratulations to them on that. Obviously, we play against UTEP next month. I think we had the better team. Anything can happen in those conference games. And, look at UNM. They've only lost 3 games on the year, and one of them's to us. So, again, anybody can beat anybody on any given night, especially in Conference USA. Let's talk about the game last night. I already mentioned earlier in the video, obviously, just right now, but I think the biggest reason the Aggies got the win was that big start they had. They ended up winning by 16, and within 5 to 10 minutes, they were by 19. That was thanks to Jamel Jones getting off to a hot start, who had 24 points, which matched his season high. His first game of the season scoring over 20 against a Division I opponent. First 2 games of the year against D2 schools, he had 23 and 24. Really balled out, but it was really good to see him have a really, really good game against a D1 team. He's had a lot of good games this year against Division I opponents in conference as well. But he just hasn't had that 20-point mark just yet, and he got it. Obviously, so many great scores. It's hard to get to that mark any point in college basketball, but especially when you have a lot of guys on the team that can score in double figures. For the longest time as well, we only had Jamel as our, guy that was scoring in double figures each night. Now Julius Mims is averaging around 10.5. Elijah Elliott's he's averaging just at 10 right now. He had a big game. First start for him, he had 12 points. He only shot 2 for 9 from the field, but did a lot of good things. With the way he played, it didn't seem like he shot, that poorly. But he had 12 points, got to the line, made some good free throws. I think he was 1 for 3 on his first 3, then started making more later on. I think Jamel shot the ball really well from the free throw line. I think he only missed 1 or 2. He got to the free throw line a lot. I think he'll have his points for free throws, but if you watch the game, they were legit fouls. It wasn't like he was foul bending or anything. So congrats to him on that, and for a big game. I think he only shot 5 for 14 from the field, which is kind of weird, or maybe it was a little more, I don't know. But for only had that many made shots and still score nearly 25 was awesome. I think he's due for a 25 to 30-point game eventually. Julius Mims, who we talked about a little bit ago, 15 rebounds, only had 8 points. I say only, it's still good. He's had a lot of really good games recently. I believe last game he had 22 and 14. This game, even though he didn't score as much, still got 15 boards. I believe he had some family at the game too, so that's probably why he grabbed all those boards. And he's improving a lot. This is a guy that can be a double-double machine. I believe he's averaging, I could be wrong, but I think he's averaging around 7 to 8 rebounds a game. So who knows? Maybe he's in store to average a double-double by the end of the season. Definitely not impossible. I believe there's still 16 games left in this year, so he can definitely do it. And then you obviously have the Conference USA championship games or the tournament games. And if the Aggies are fortunate enough to make the NCAA tournament, that's even more games for him to try to keep on improving and keep on getting more boards and getting closer to that double-double average. Jalen Randall also came off the bench and played very, very well, had 12 points. I would like to see him maybe get a start here and there. We'll see how that all goes. Gabe Pickens did come off the bench for Elijah Elliott, but played very well at the bench, had 6 assists, which I believe was a team high. Had 4 points. He had the headband. He was rocking the headband. Jacoby was rocking the fro. Good look for them, I guess. And they balled out. Our returners balled out, did their thing. So happy for them to do that. It was weird while watching the game, too. I can't even tell if it was Gabe. I was like, who the heck is that? Because I don't think I've ever seen him with a headband on, but it was pretty cool. Coach Hooten got his 300th win, so that's awesome. He said post-game that he's looking forward to 301 wins, and hopefully that's tomorrow. We'll see how it all goes. Congrats to him for that. We've been winning a lot of games, but it's one of those things, like whenever we lose, so much hate. When we win, I feel like there's not really anything. There's no hate, obviously, when we win, but I don't see a whole lot of people supporting it either. But I will say this, the team definitely a home team. 7-0 at home, 9-5 on the year, 2-2 in neutral games, 0-3 in true road games. Winning on the road's going to be tough, and I believe our next road game is against Liberty. Play against Middle Tennessee tomorrow on ESPNU at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I can't remember what time the game is against Liberty, but I believe it's on Thursday. I think that game's on CBS or something like that. I can't remember exactly. It's nationally televised, I believe. And there's another game later this month. Again, I want to say it's the Missouri State game. That's at home, but I'll be there in person back. It'll be great. It's always cool when we play on TV, but it's like if you're living in Las Cruces and go to the game, might as well just go to the game. But if it's a road game, always cool when you can watch it online. Unless you travel. There's a lot of fans that do travel too. I always respect fans that travel for us and just other teams as well. At the Aggie home games, you guys always notice behind the opponent's bench, there's always fans from the other team. So shout out to them for that, and then shout out to the Aggie fans that travel as well. It's definitely hard to do. The team's defense was really good. Western Kentucky's a really talented team, and I know they're missing a lot of shots that they might usually make, but I think a part of that was the Aggie defense. I mean, they only had 2 points in the first 5-6 minutes, so congrats to the Aggies on that. Definitely improving on that side of the ball. Because again, offense has never really been the issue. It's mainly been the defense, and if they can keep on improving on that, it's still early in conference. Definitely not time to panic. Really, really excited to see what they can do. 2-2 in conference right now, a lot better than what it would have been if we failed at 1-3. We'd be right at the bottom of the conference. Do not want to be there. Right now, we're right in the middle. I believe we're 6 out of 12. If we can win tomorrow against Middle Tennessee, might be top 4 or 5. So just got to keep winning, and then try to get those road wins. It's gonna be really tough. If you can get your first road win against Liberty, that'd be huge. Obviously against UTEP on the road, and obviously it's a big rival game where a lot of fans go. So it's a road game. It's a different type of road game because it's the rival game, and then we have a lot of our fans there too, opposed to a normal road game. So that's always an opportunity to win. We'll see how it goes. I know Delaware's off to a rough start. I think they've lost some home games, so maybe that's a chance there. But again, I just love Conference USA so much. Obviously, most conferences and most games are always going to be competitive and anybody can win. But I just feel like the past couple years in Conference USA, that's how it's always been. Those games are always tough to predict. Right now, again, off to an 0-3 start on the road, which if you watched the team last year, didn't have that struggle. I think they were 8-6 on the road, I believe, overall. Started off 2-2 on the road with wins against UNM and UTEP, both are rivals. So we'll see if they can get to go on the road. A couple years ago in Coach Hoon's first year, they're just 1-13 on the road. Do not want to get to that point, because if we do, it will not be great. I think Hooten said it if you win, the majority of your home games, you have to win all of them. It'd be nice if you could, but if you win the majority of them, I think we have 16 home games total, or 15, If you win 12 or 13 of those, that's huge. And on the road, we have about, I'm trying to think how many more away games we have, because we already played 2. I think we have 8 more road games. So if you can win at least half of those, puts you in a good spot. Jacoby Osborne started his second straight game, and if you look at the stats, you might not see much, but he had a big dunk in the second half to get us back up by 11. A lot from Gabe, and that kind of propelled the Aggies to go from there. He had about 5 points total. Didn't shoot the ball a whole lot. Didn't do anything he wasn't supposed to do. Played his role. He knows his role. He knows he's not. We have a lot of great scorers, and I hate to say it, but he's not one of them just yet. But he had a couple games where I think he's had 3 games this year where he's already scored in double figures. So I think he's kind of learning from his teammates, and I definitely think he can get to that point eventually. But his role is to play defense, be a dog, finish at the rim, be strong, dunk, all that type of stuff, bring energy, and he's doing just that. Hence why he started the past couple games. We'll see how Hooten switches the lineup the next couple games. Maybe Elijah will continue to start with Gabe on the bench and be more efficient. Maybe he'll go back to Gabe. Chris Terrell barely played last night. He only played the last minute, but had a 2-pointer. Adam Young was saying, commentating and stuff, saying that, Chris Terrell's still a guy that can, play 15 to 20 minutes. Kind of reminds me of Kyrie Smolin, who got a DNP against UNM. There's another game he didn't play. I think he was just hurt, but I can't remember exactly. But last night had 10 points. He's had 3 or 4 games now with double figures in scoring. And I made a post about him on social media, which you guys should go check out on Twitter, Instagram, NM State MPB News, just like YouTube. Also made a community post about him. He's averaging just under 6 points, averaging about 4.5 rebounds, shooting pretty well from the field, 35% from 3, which is pretty good for a 6'7" forward. I did not mean to do the joke 6'7", but that's how tall he is. When I was making my post today, I was gonna cut that in the post, but I didn't want my comments to be flooded with memes, so I went away from that. Overall, I think Coach Hooten and the whole coaching staff had a great game plan, because there's no nights off in conference, especially, but Western Kentucky is always a really, really good team. I will say this, though. We are 3-0 against Western Kentucky at home the past 3 years, but we've lost them on the road each time, and we lost them in the Conference USA tournament in Hooten's first year. They always have good teams, so it was great for us to get a win against them this time. Really excited to see how we do against them on the road later on. Can't remember when exactly we play them. I just know that we have Missouri State and FIU coming back after losing to both of them. on the road. I will say this though, our travel to both those teams was tough, and for them it won't be that tough because they usually play against UTEP than us. There's a lot of tough travels in Conference USA, but when teams come to play us, I feel like it's a little easier because especially if they play UTEP first, so they don't have to travel that far to play us, or vice versa. But still got the win regardless. Really excited to see how the Aggies do throughout the rest of the year. I think there's a lot of good things coming. Wouldn't be surprised if we get the win again tomorrow against a solid Middle Tennessee team, but I think we are slightly better. It'd be nice if we can win that, be 3-2 in conference, get our 10th win of the year, go 10-5. Be 8-0 at home and then 3-0 at home during conference. Just got to figure out a way to win those road games. I'm going to probably watch some more highlights on that game last night that they had against UTEP, Middle Tennessee. So I don't have a whole lot of game preview for them. It's a team that last year would be on the road and then lost to them at home. I think before that, the year before, we beat them at home and lost them on the road. So it's built them the past couple of years. It'd be nice to get a win, especially in football. We lost to them, so it'd be nice to get a bounce back for that, I guess you could say. I think that's all I have for the video today. If there's anything I missed from the game that you guys wanted to touch on or talk about, please comment below and we can have a conversation there. Next video, I'll try to get it up on Sunday. The game is tomorrow. If I have a chance to get it up that night, I will. If not, I'll get it the next day or, soon after. I'll try my best. Really looking forward to see how they do. It'll be nationally televised, so, it'll be nice to, watch the Aggies on, not just ESPN Plus, but on ESPNU. And then the game after that as well on the road. And then, be able to see him back in person when I'm back in school. Please keep supporting the team. I think yesterday at the game, I think there was just under 3,000 fans, which might not sound great, but again, it is the break. Not a whole lot of students. They were coming off 2 tough road losses. But that's the thing that I hate seeing sometimes is team gets into a slump, I guess, and the teams want to stop supporting them. But it's like, hey, we need them because on the road, we're losing on the road. We need to get those home wins, right? And so the more fans, the better. The 6-man, really looking forward to it all. This team's kind of remind me of that first year under Hooten where they're more of a home team, not as great on the road. Still think this team's a lot better than that team for sure. But again, if they can figure out how to win on the road, they can be really, really good. This conference is tough. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with other teams. Sam Houston, really good team. They just got their first win in conference. UTEP got their first win in conference, so it's going to be a tough rival with them. Kennesaw State, who was finished second, they just got their first, win of Conference USA recently as well. And then Liberty's 4-0. So we're going to have to figure out a way how to beat those guys on the road. If we can beat Liberty, that would be huge. It kind of remind me of the UNM win last year. We beat Liberty in basketball, in Hooten's first year with the Aggies. But I just feel like in most sports, we always lose to them. Even when basketball, shout out to them. They got a big win yesterday against Western Kentucky on the road, 70-67. For those that don't know, whenever we have a home game, our women play on the road. Whenever our women are at home, Aggies men's play on the road. Or I don't know if I worded that right, but it's always vice versa. I think it's the same team. It's just different home and away. The point I was trying to make is that our women's basketball team was literally beating Liberty by almost double digits in the fourth quarter. Ended up losing. I think they were home against them, which is weird because usually because I already played Liberty, we haven't. But once we get into deeper in Conference USA, it'll be the point where it's a home and away. In football, we're always close, always lose to them. In soccer, we lost to them. We've lost 3 straight to them in men's basketball. So I just hate Liberty so much. It'd be lovely if we could get a big win against them on the road. That'd be awesome, especially doing it on national television. I think we played them a couple years ago on the road on CBS and lost that game by 25 or something. So let's get a bounce back win for that one. Obviously, got to focus on the game tomorrow, task at hand, get a big one there, and then go on from there. I think we're a talented team. Really excited to see how they keep on playing. Got to keep improving the defense, try to get some road wins, focus on tomorrow, get that next home win, and then go from there. And get those road struggles out of the way. Be one of those first teams in Conference USA to really, figure out how to win on the road, other than Liberty. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Really appreciate you guys for watching, and I'm out.